Hello, Central School friends. Today and this week, all week long at Central School, is our anti bullying week. This week is a week that we focus and talk about and discuss the importance of being accepting and inclusive, meaning we want to make sure that all of our students feel welcome, safe, and respected at Central School. It's something that we work on all year long, but this is a week that we kind of put a little bit more emphasis on making sure that our school is bully free and that everyone is welcome, respected, and has an opportunity to express themselves. So sometimes, boys and girls, the most smallest act of kindness can go a very long way. So our story today is actually a wordless picture book. You might be thinking, how's Mrs. Miller going to do a book read aloud with a book that has no words? And the story is just told through their pictures. So boys and girls, we're going to have to add some of our own words to our picture walk through in our wordless picture book. But our focus today is about simple acts of kindness and how important those simple acts of kindness are in our world, in our school, in our family, in our lives, and how sometimes the smallest act of kindness can go an incredibly far way. Okay, so here we go. I Walk with Vanessa, a story about a simple act of kindness. I'm going to zoom in right away, boys and girls, because it's really important that we recognize our two main characters. Even though our two main characters will not actually say any words in this story, it's important that we follow who our two main characters are. This character right here is Vanessa. I only know that because our title is I Walk with Vanessa. So one of our main characters is Vanessa, and our other main character is this little girl right here. All right, so we're going to open up to our wordless picture book and get started. So one other person that I want you to know before we begin is this is one of our other main characters in our story. And this little boy is not so nice to Vanessa. So we have Vanessa, we have our other main character, and then we have our girl on the main cover, who is the little girl who helps Vanessa. Those are our three main characters in our story today. So right off the bat, from our picture on the title page, you get a sense of what is happening in Vanessa's life right now. So I bet if I asked you, if we were in class together, I would say, what do you think Vanessa's family is doing? If you said moving into a new house, you would be correct. And many times when you move into a new house, you also start in a new school. So we're going to start right up here. And this is Vanessa's new class. She has new teachers and new classmates, and she finds her seat along with her new classmates. Okay? I want you to take a look at this. Looking at Vanessa, I want to point her out right here. How do you think Vanessa is feeling about her new school and her classmates, even maybe about herself? Okay, now and we're going to move on to the next page. And this is Vanessa here in the auditorium gym, all-purpose room. We have one of these in our school. The classmates are playing basketball. I want you to see if anyone can find Vanessa. If you said right here, you would be correct. What can we infer about Vanessa from this picture and from this picture? What can we infer? What do we think? How do we think she is feeling right now? If you said alone, scared, lonely, sad, I think you would be right. Here's our next picture. I'm going to take a couple of seconds for you to take a look at the picture. Find Vanessa right here, all by herself, walking home from school. This looks like dismissal at Central School as well. There's no buses, and it looks like the majority of the students here, just like our school, are going to be walking home today. Here's a group of students that are walking home, laughing. Here's Vanessa. And uh-oh, here comes a mean boy. Here we go. We don't know what they're saying, but we really don't need to, because if you can see from one picture to another picture, look at Vanessa's eyes. Her eyes start to get big and bulge, and her mouth, she's like this. And then I love how the illustrator puts all this red behind them, and the meanness and the pointing and the shock in Vanessa's face. We don't need boys and girls to know what they're saying, because we know whatever they're saying is very unkind. He storms off, and she is left feeling awful. Absolutely, positively awful. Oh my goodness. Look, she's here. She's starting to cry, and now she's crying and running all the way home. But here, someone notices. Wait, this little girl was walking by herself. Oh no. Oh no, and now she's crying. I needed to do something and I didn't. So now we have not only one very upset little girl, but we also have another one. And that little girl watches Vanessa run all the way home and run inside her house. I wonder how Vanessa's feeling right now. Our other little girl goes back to her friends, and then they're talking. I wonder what they're talking about. Can you make any predictions about what you think they're talking about? If you said you think the little girl's telling them about what she just saw happen, I think you're right. I think that is why they all turn around and say, oh no. They're all going to go back to their house now, and they're all going to say, oh no, I can't believe this happened. I don't want this to happen to her. So the little girl goes home. This isn't Vanessa. This is the other girl. She goes into her house. Her brother and little sisters and brothers are climbing up on the couches and having lots of fun, but not her. She's thinking. And then she goes to bed and she keeps thinking and thinking and thinking. I wonder what she's thinking about. What do you think you would be thinking about if you were in her shoes? If you were thinking about maybe something that she could do to help Vanessa, I bet you're right. And at night, in just a couple of houses away from each other, maybe a street or two, both of them are up at night, wondering, thinking. Maybe they're scared. Maybe they feel terrible. A new day has come up. The sun is shining. Our little girl wakes up, gets out of bed, gets dressed, and aha! She has an idea. She has an idea. What is that going to be? She finishes her breakfast and zooms right out the door. I wonder what she's going to do. Do you have any ideas of what her idea might be? This is a great time that I ask for your ideas. So I'm curious what you think her great idea is. Well, Here she is. She's knocking on the door, and Vanessa just peeks the door open. And they talk, and she's friendly and smiling, and Vanessa still looks pretty scared. She looks pretty traumatized from yesterday's experience. And so our little girl pulls her out very gently and walks with her. Notice some of our other friends are coming down the streets. And our little girl introduces Vanessa to a new friend. And then a new friend. And then a new friend. And look how they're all holding hands together to walk with Vanessa and make her feel welcome, included, liked, and a part of their school. And as they walk with Vanessa, more friends start coming, and they're waving and they're saying hi. And I want you to look at him. His face is like this. The mean boy, his face is like this. Oh my goodness. He did not expect Vanessa the next day, boys and girls, to come back with not only a smile on her face, but surrounded by all these friends, holding her hand, laughing, smiling, and having a wonderful time. Not only does that happen to a few of her friends, then all of them. Here's Vanessa right here, our little girl who's helping her, and then look at all the friends that they have made and are in their school. So I Walk with Vanessa is the story about a very simple act of kindness. And what that simple act of kindness was able to do for Vanessa was able to bring her back to school that next day, only her second day of school, and make her feel welcome, included, like she had friends, like she belonged there. And now in school, she no longer has her head down. Now her head is up and she is smiling and she is excited about her new friends, her new school, and her new life at this new place. So boys and girls, for this week's lesson, I want you to think of some random acts of kindness you can do for friends in your school, for family at home, for your teachers. And I'm going to ask you to tell me what random acts of kindness you are going to choose to do this week. And I want you to make sure that you follow through and do that random act of kindness, because I promise you, it will make someone's day. Sometimes the smallest act can go the farthest distance. Bye, boys and girls. Have a wonderful day. And remember, spread kindness like confetti, because it certainly makes everyone smile. See you later and have a great week.